Hi guys, I'm back. I don't know what happened. My video is still recording. I don't know what happened, but I'm back. I was telling you guys about that text. So I'm going to read it for you guys, and then we're going to run through the free the questions. Hi Shonda, thanks for coming back, girl. All right, and I'm going to run through the questions. Okay. Yes, honey. Yeah. I want to read you guys this text that this guy sent one of my church girls. And then we're going to go to the questions. The questions. Woo. You guys know, for those of you who follow me, I go to bed early. And I wake up early. I'm up. Hi, Kiana. I'm up sometimes 2:30 in the mornings, 3 o'clock. But mostly I wake up at 4 in the morning because I write, I pray, I do stuff like that. Did I see your review on Amazon? Shonda, ooh. Did you inbox me? I have to check. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for coming back. Hi, Shonda. Hi. Okay, so I'm sorry the other video cut off. You could catch part 1. This is part 2. Okay, about how I repositioned myself, met my husband. God brought him and sat him next to me. Hi, Amy. Okay, so guys, remember yesterday we were talking about our lists. If you meet a guy, he's not what you want him to be, you need to let it go. Do not connect with him. Do not get emotionally involved. You just have to let it go and move on. So one of my church girls, she went out with a guy, and she asked him, was he born again? And he was willy-nilly around the bush and asking, born again, what that means, saved from what, right? So he texted her, and he said, good morning, he said, good morning, how are you? She responded, good morning, I'm doing, let me get back my part 2 here. Make sure it's coming out right. She said, I don't think this is going to work. I'm looking for someone who matches my spiritual walk and not just my personal interests. Have a blessed day. So the next day when he texts her good morning, she cut it off. She was like, you know what? This is not what I want. He's not a born again believer. It's important for me that my husband is born again, or the guys I'm dating is born again. So she wasn't wasting any time with him. So that's what I mean about when you meet somebody, don't waste your time. The time you waste, you're wasting on somebody that's not going to work out for you. You could be out meeting somebody else. If something ever happened to my relationship, I'm way more averse from looking at this. I'm 31 and haven't been single since my early. Ooh, girl. It's a long time. Okay? So do not get emotionally involved. A lot of reasons. The reason why we can't walk away is because we're emotionally involved. Hi, Kathy. We're so entangled. Don't do that. Stop. Drop him. Move on. Okay? If he's not it, stop. Drop him, move on, cut off all connection. If he needs to save, give him your pastor's number. Matter of fact, give him Deacon Solomon's number. He want to be saved, right? Matter of fact, give him Mother Bertha. He want to be saved. He want to be led to Jesus. Give him Mother Bertha's number, okay? My dad used to tell me, when you meet these guys, I tell you, they want you to lead them to Jesus, talk to them about Jesus. Give them my number and tell them to call me. Okay. Now, I want you to listen carefully to this text he responded to her and see how guys get in our emotions. How they say the right things to make us get emotionally involved. How they say the right thing for us to give them a chance. Hi, James. Stop, drop, and move. That's right. How they say the right things to make us get on the phone and say, Oh, you come to church with me tomorrow? How they say the right things to make you think that it's because of you. Now they're ready to make this change because they met you. You just met me. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. So listen to what he responded to her. Okay, listen carefully. There are so many things in here. Okay, he says to her, I get what you're saying and I respect that. And I know I didn't say much about that last night. But, yes, what about if he grew up in the church but now is an adult, deals with church hurt? That's his problem. That's not your problem, okay? Unless that's your child, Kiana. That's his problem. If he has church hurt and he has not dealt with it, what that have to do with you? Now, you need to fix him, okay? You need to... No, my video, God woke me up the other night. He said, tell my daughters to stop being Polly the potter. We have to stop trying to fix men. It's not our responsibility to fix him. If he has not fixed himself up to meeting you, it's not your job to fix him. We have to stop that. We have to stop trying to fix men. We have to stop trying to be the evangelist and the missionary and the doctor and the nurse. Unless that's your child, that's not your problem. If he is not emotionally healthy, a lot of us get with these men who are not emotionally healthy. And we try to fix them and mold them. That's the potter, right? We're trying to mold them into what we want them to be. Not your problem. You want an emotional, healthy man. You want a prepared man who have prepared himself to be a husband. If he has psychological issues, he should have been to the counselor to see the counselor. Okay? All I cared about in my young age, you had to have a job, first and foremost, to even talk to me. I spoiled me. My mom told me, man, that spoiled me. Now, of course, I had to let some things go, like drop the major attitudes. Not that this would definitely up my game more or help another sis out from my daughter. Yes, yes. And all this stuff is stuff my dad taught me, okay? Right, Kiana? Oh, that's what they say. Church hurt. Oh, I was hurt in the church. What is that doing? It's trying to get you to connect to him emotionally. Because now you're going to try to heal him. Hi, Teresa. You're going to try to fix him. You're going to try to counsel him. Not your problem. If you want to be married, make up in your mind what your goal is. If you want to just date, sleep around, become a baby mama, or you want to get married. Some women don't want to get married. That's your right for whatever reason. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be married. Right, go to the therapist. But some women don't want to be married. That's fine. But if I tell people when you come on my page, I'm talking about getting married. I'm talking about families, okay? Families. Marriage. God said he's restoring his original intent for marriage between one man and one woman, and that he's raising up people. He's raising up young couples to show his original intent of what marriage is. So that's what God gave me. Too many of my sisters are single. I told you I was in the church my whole life waiting for God to send my husband. I went to an event and God placed him right there because I repositioned myself. Okay, not my problem. You have church hurt. What you done about it? You ain't did nothing about it. Not my problem. Okay. Hey, Cherise, how you doing, girl? Okay, so he says to her, but yes, I actually am going to go to church this Sunday. Okay, so all this time he met her. Before he met her, he didn't go to church. But now because she says she don't want to be bothered because she want a born again man, now he's all of a sudden he's going to go to church on Sunday. Those are the little things they say to get in your emotions, ladies. Okay, they're just saying what they need to say to get you. Okay, hi, Wendy. He says, I'm going to go to church this Sunday. I truly am trying to go back and continue to go, not just go randomly. I have decided that I want to grow spiritually, and actually was glad to hear that you were a church-going person. See how he's saying all the things we want to hear, right? He's not where he needs to be. He's not born again, but maybe I can help him. Maybe I can help him to go back to church. Maybe I can help him to grow spiritually. Stop being Polly the Potter. I'm going to share that video on my page. It's on my YouTube. Stop being Polly the Potter. Stop it. You're not the Potter. Leave him alone. If he's not where he's supposed to be, leave him alone. That's not your problem. Stop picking up problems. Stop picking up Build-A-Bobs. Stop picking up fixer-uppers. Stop picking up Build-A-Males. You want a prepared man who have prepared himself to be a husband. If you want a born-again man, hi again, Christina, then that's what you choose. You don't have to choose the man that don't go to church, is not saved, but now he's saying all the right things to get in your head and get in your emotions for you to pick him up. Don't do it, okay? Stop being Polly the Potter, okay? I know I should have told you that last night. I will admit, maybe I was a little nervous to say that to you, but I should have been. And yes, I would like to at least hang out. We don't hang out, okay? What that mean? Hang out. I wrote that in my book, Mr. Hangout. At least hang out with you another time, but if you prefer not to, I respect that. I forgot to ask her if she respond. I hope she didn't respond. Block. Move on. All these friends y'all have, we talked about that yesterday. All these friends, hi George, all these friends you have taking up space, drop them, marry you, and then stop going. Yes, I know somebody right now going through a divorce. Her divorce is probably final because she picked up some man that just was new at the church. Once they got married, he was like, I'm not into church. I'm not going back. Okay? That's not what you want. You want a man that has a relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ, if that's what you want. We don't need to be Polly the Potter. Okay? No more Polly's the Potter. That's what God gave me. He said, tell my daughters to stop being Polly the Potter. You meet a man, he's not what he needs to be. He's not where he's supposed to be. Here you go, molding him, molding. Come on, baby. You can go to church. You can go get a job. You can go back to school. No, if he's not what you need, ladies, don't waste your time. Stop, drop, move. Okay? Stop, drop, move. Because you're wasting time molding this one, molding him, trying to make him into what you want him to be. In the meantime, Boaz over here looking for you. He can't find you. Because you're over here fixing up Build-A-Bob. Okay, you're trying to, come on, baby. You can do it like you're a missionary. You remember? Remember old time prayer service? Mother, come on, baby. Come on and call Jesus. Call Jesus. Call Jesus. Come on, baby. Come on. That's how you be. You're not supposed to be like that, ladies, okay? That's not God, what God wants for you. Okay, let's talk about these counterfeits. Thank you. She just messaged me. She did not respond. Thank you. There's nothing to respond about. He's just trying to connect with you emotionally. Ladies, when we meet guys, we're trying to connect with them, right? Emotionally. Men do the same thing. They try to get in our heads. That's why the Bible says, guard your heart. Guard your heart with all diligence. Okay? Guard your heart. Guard your heart. My dad told me a lot of stuff. He told me, you'll have your little apartment now. Don't be letting nobody come over to your house. Okay? Men are going to try to come over to your house, want you to cook for them. This guy I like, he was a firefighter. He never asked me out, not one time. But I remember one Saturday. Hi, Claudia. Thank you, dear. One Saturday, he called me. I wrote it in my book, too. It's coming soon. I'm on the phone, and he probably asked me what I'm doing or something. I probably say I'm having dinner or cooking or something. Because usually I cooked Saturday evening because, you know, I was in church all day Sunday, right? Well, most of the time Sunday. When at my father's church, we only had Sunday school and regular service. We didn't have 2 and 3 services. So this is what he said. He said, Man, I'm so hungry. This was me on the phone. Oh, man, I want something to eat. I ain't say nothing. Man, I'm so hungry. Listen to what he says next. I don't remember if I told him I was cooking or nothing. I don't know. Probably not. Listen to what he says next. Man, I'm so hungry, but I really don't want to spend any money buying any food. You know what came to me? If he don't want to feed himself and he don't want to buy any money, he don't want to waste any money to feed himself, how he gonna feed me and how he gonna feed my baby? Because we like to eat. That was it. I was done with him after that. Plus, he never asked me out. I knew him for a long time. He knew the connection was there. The interest was there. He never asked me out. That was it. I was done. Right, so you would have stayed that way. Okay. All right, so let's go to, I would have said, so let's talk about counterfeits. One of my questions was to talk about counterfeits. I don't know if she's on. How do you know something is not real? A counterfeit is something, wolves in sheep clothes. A counterfeit is something that pretends to be real, but it's not real. So how do you know a counterfeit from the real thing? What Jesus said. He said, hi, Sheila. He said, many is going to come in my name. They're going to come to you and say, Jesus is in California. Come to California because Jesus is in California. Jesus returned and Jesus is in California. What did he say? He said, when he returned, ain't nobody going to be wondering, did he return? Because from the sun, I forgot to quote the scripture, but I remember reading this as a little girl. He said, from the east to the west, you're going to see him. So he said, many's going to come in my name and try to be me, but it's not me. He said, this is how you're going to know who I am and if it's me. So how do you know a counterfeit? This is why I say, ladies, know what you want. I know the church teach against the list. But for me, that was my saving grace. Okay. Then he really wasn't hungry. Right. What about them talking about going Dutch? Oh, no, honey. I don't do Dutch. I don't do Dutch. This is why you need to get the data before you go out. Okay? Actually, speak louder than word. Discernment like a mug. Yeah. A counterfeit is somebody that's pretending to be something he's not. You know, like the guys that come to you and say they're spiritual. Right? Having a form of godliness, denying the power thereof. How do you know he's a counterfeit? You know what it means to be born again. Jesus said you must be born again. He didn't say be spiritual. And I'm sorry, Christians, he did not say be a Christian. He said be born again. John chapter 4, I believe, when he talked about Nicodemus, he said be born again. So if you know what you want, I was talking to somebody the other day. And she said, oh, he was a counterfeit. He was back and forth in jail. And he said, you know that's not what you want. I don't do no men that come to jail back of revolving door. Yes, I know there are people in jail that's locked up incorrectly. Yes, I know people make mistakes in their lives. But I'm talking about those revolving door criminals. So if a revolving door criminal try to date you, he ain't trying to be a counterfeit. You're just not wise about what you want. You'll know him by their fruit. That, amen. Dutch, no ma'am. I think it was Charles Stanley. He said he had a friend that worked in a bank. And he asked him, he said, how they know the money is real? He said they spend so much money with the real thing. They spend so much time with the real money so that when a fake money comes in, they know it's not real. So how do you know a counterfeit? You have to spend time with Jesus. Get up in the mornings, pray, get up an extra hour. This is why I don't understand why church folks is against the list. If I'm praying and seeking God and believing God, and I'm fasting, I'm reading his Bible, and I'm reading the stories about husbands in the Bible, I'm talking to my pastor, I'm listening to my pastor. You know, my father's the pastor. How do I make a list outside of God's will and outside of what God wants for me? You're being dumb. So you pay for your meal. I did the list after a short first marriage. The list works. After the list was fulfilled, I gave my heart to him, being married. Yeah, my list worked. My list worked. Born again, tither, gentleman. I knew that from the night I met him. And this is how you collect the data. Collect the data you need. Okay, when I met him, I knew he was a gentleman. Oh, my God. I knew. When I started paying attention to him, he was gentleman, okay? I mean, the perfect gentleman. When you get up, he got up, okay? When we got up to go to the bathroom, he walked us and he watched us. When it was time for us to go, he walked, say, I'm going to walk you to the security desk. Make sure you get in your car safely. I knew he was a gentleman, so that was my number 3. Number 1 was he had to be born again. I knew he went to Metropolitan, but I didn't ask him right then, was he born again? I asked him on the first date, the date that he took a month to call me. I told you all about that. Took a whole month to call me. Then number 2 is a tithe payer, because I know so many women fight with their husband to be a tithe payer. Number 4, I know people call me a gold digger. You know, I want food and clothing, but I'm a gold digger. But number 4 was income. A lot of guys didn't make my number 1. Most of them did not meet my number 1. So that was that for me. Okay, that's why I never had nobody. Because a lot of them wasn't saved. There was spiritual. There was higher power. Talk about we save the same God. So a lot of them didn't even make it. Okay, so have your list, know what you want. Okay, if he ain't have no job, that's not what you want. If he's in between jobs, that's not my list work. My list worked for me. Okay, I think right after 28, sure after 30, you better have a list. You need to know what you want. All this hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss. No, make up in your mind what you want. Stop with the builder one. You don't have time for fixer upper builder, man. Nope, you ain't got time. You ain't got time for that. Know what you want. I knew what I wanted at 21. I knew. The husband I have today is the husband I've been praying for since my father had me break up with my childhood sweetheart. He's what I wanted, okay? Godly, provider. We've been married 6 years this year. He ain't never asked me to pay no mortgage. I don't pay mortgage. I don't pay rent either. Because my daddy told me a husband is to put a roof over your head and food on your table. So I had to make sure he was able to do that. And I told y'all when he proposed to me, I needed the blood test because I want to make sure you don't want to give me anything I can't get rid of. I need the W-2 because I want to make sure you're really telling me the truth. And I need the credit report because I want to make sure there's nothing on there I can't live with. Okay? You know, whole gold digger. Yep. All I want is food and shelter. I'm a gold digger. Whatever. All right. Okay, so the counterfeit, I got that. Okay. Where's the other one about where's the other question? Let me get to my other list. Okay? Know what you want, ladies. Stop wasting time. Okay? You're hitting 30. It's time. This is your time to get it. Men like what they see. I know the church tell you it's not true. Cover up. We look like Aunt Jemima. But then when they cheat, they go cheat with Barbie. I knew this pastor always preaching to women about what they should and shouldn't wear. And then when he finally got married again, his wife looked like a black Barbie. Okay? Yeah. Knew what I wanted. Yeah, pull out your list, ladies. 10. both negotiables and non-negotiables. That will cause you to be disciplined, and it will cause you to get rid of a lot of the stuff that don't really matter. Okay, don't matter. Hi, Jacqueline. It does. Some of this stuff don't really matter. My non-negotiables, born again. Okay, one of my negotiables was I prefer somebody who wasn't married with no kids, but if I met a nice guy who was divorced for whatever, depending on the reason, and a child, hey, I was flexible, right? So there you go. Okay, I got text Coco. I hope she's all right. Let me send her a message really quick because her baby had surgery yesterday. Me and Coco was talking about this. So let me send her a message. Hey girl, just checking in on you. Hope the baby's fine. All right, guys, please remember to share. Please remember to share. All right, I'm going to get to my, so we talk about the counterfeit, the wolves in sheep clothing. How you know he's a wolf? Okay, you know what the real sheep is? Okay? If you spend enough time with the real, you will recognize the fake. If you know what a born again man is filled with the Spirit, when somebody come up who is spiritual, talking to a higher power, this new age stuff, you will know what the real is and what the fake is. Yeah. Yes, Nicole, absolutely. Look at my dresses. Go through my pictures and look at my pictures, okay? Very nice, very classy, very sexy. And ladies, whatever part of your body is your best part, you need to highlight it. So I used to run track as a young girl. I have nice legs. So, you know, it's no wonder he complimented me on my legs, of course. I have nice legs. Okay, let's see. My other question was... Okay, here we go. I talk about the counterfeit. Books to read. I'm going to get back to you on that one. Okay, I'm going to get back to you on that one. You can read my book. Okay, how to carry yourself like a wife. This was something my father... Can I ask what was your top 10 on your list? I don't give my top 10, as in my number one, Kiana. I don't give my whole list anymore because I gave my whole list one time and this girl copied it to the T. And I'm like, so you want exactly what I want. You don't have a mind of your own. You don't know exactly what you want. So I don't give my list anymore. I give about 4 of my non-negotiables, and I give maybe 1 or 2 of my... I give about 4 of my non-negotiables, and I give about 2 of my negotiables. So I don't tell my whole list because I want you guys to think for yourself. Think about you and your life and what you want. So, Kiana, are you asking what was my number 1? Or you asking what was number 10? Mine is my chest and legs and eyes. Okay, so you need to highlight that. Now, ladies, let me tell you a secret about the boobs. If you're blessed here, hi Clifford, if you are blessed, you don't want to highlight the boobs too much. Hi Maria, you're back. Thanks for coming back. If you're blessed, you don't want to highlight the boobs too much because guys know that's what we're doing. You want to be mysterious. You want to do it on the sneak tip, like you're not really doing it like, oops, I didn't know I had nice legs. You know you have big boobs. You know if you wear your boobs out, a whole lot of cleavage all the time. Guys know that's what we're doing. So you just have to, oh Lord. It says it's trying to reconnect. The stuff like the share stuff. You know, so if it's your boobs, don't do that every day all the time. Try to find something else. You said your eyes, do your eyes, okay? Your legs, wear, fishnet stockings or something that highlights your legs. Heels, okay? Try to wear some heels, kitten heels. Those are really nice and very, very sexy, okay? Somebody asks how to act like a wife, how to carry yourself like a wife. My father told me, he said, baby, Baby girl, you are a wife. Get it in your head, ladies. Get it in your head that you're a wife. You are a wife. Think about a wife. A wife is faithful to her husband. That's why I wasn't sleeping with nobody. Because I'm a wife. I'm somebody's wife. That's why I wasn't laying down having baby with every man. I'm a wife. I wasn't having men at my house. I'm a wife. I wasn't getting myself in situations with every man I meet and every man I date. I'm a wife. So because I'm a wife, I'm going to work to meeting my husband. I'm not cheating on my husband because I'm a wife. So everything you do, you have to think of yourself, I'm a wife. Speak it every day. I told you, every time I went out the house, my husband's going to find me today. Today's my day. He going to find me today. Today's my day. I'm a wife. So I wasn't laying up with nobody. I wasn't sleeping with nobody. I wasn't having no babies. Y'all know I had my baby when I was 16, right? But that was it. Bishop told me, don't have no more. And don't put yourself in a position to make another decision trying to cover up what you do. In other words, don't put yourself in a position that, to have an abortion. Don't do that. So I was celibate for years. For a long time, I was celibate. I met guys want to talk about sex. I'm out. Goodbye. Because I'm not there. Okay? Do not talk about sex. Another girl messaged me. And was it this, my same sister said, oh, he was talking about sex and what's your position you like and you like candles and stuff. This is his first time talking to her on the phone. Drop, stop, drop, move, okay? Stop, drop, move. Okay? That's how you carry yourself as a wife. You're a wife. You're not going to be laid up with nobody. You're not wasting time with anybody. You're not spending all this precious time on the phone with all these friends you have. All these friends you have, they have to be maintained. They need to be talked to, okay? They need to be stroked, okay? Friends. Hey, how you doing today? You want to go out for dinner? When you gonna call me? You gotta do friends. I'm not saying you don't need friends, but all these guys you meet, you do not need to keep them as friends. Get rid of them. Okay? Don't waste time. Time is of the essence. Okay, ladies? Okay, let me go to my other question. I think, was that it? Okay. Was that it? Okay. I have a good one. It's happening in real life. Men are up and walking away from marriages. A story with one in particular. She said they've been together 9 years, 2 kids. He only attends church as a family twice a year. Okay, so there you go. Was he saved before? Okay, you can't. This is my thing with women. You marry a man that don't go to church. And then you get mad when he don't want to go to church. Or you have an attitude. But you knew that. This is my problem. You knew how he was before. So now you marry him and you want him to change. Marry the man in front of you. If he's 300 pounds, marry the 300-pound man. Do not marry the man that says, hey, Richard Bay, do not marry the man who say, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Because your hopes and dream is the 200-pound man instead of the 300-pound man. Marry that man. Be happy with him. Be satisfied with him. If you can't be happy and satisfied with him, don't marry him. Don't marry a man that can't keep a job and then get mad when you get married that he can't keep a job. You knew he couldn't keep a job when you was getting marrying him. You just thought you could change him. No. If you're going to marry the man that can't keep a job, don't get married and then get mad and frustrated and irritated at him because he can't keep a job. You knew that before. Marry the man that can't keep a job. If you're going to marry him hoping that because you marry him, you're going to be Polly the Potter, Polly the potter, and mold him and make him, you're in for a sad time. Your marriage is going to be hell. So don't marry a man and expect him to change. Marry the man in front of you. Okay? If he's a cheater, you knew he was a cheater. Don't marry him and think because he married you, he going to change. That's who he is. You knew that. A lot of women is in domestic violence. Domestic violence is dangerous. But a lot of women you knew that before, sister. You knew that before. No, I did meet one lady. They've been married 20 years. And she was in a shelter. And I said, you didn't know before? She said, no, we've been married 20 years. He has never laid his hands on me. He started doing drugs. And he started physically abusing her. That's different. I'm not talking about that. But a lot of women know he's extremely aggressive. He was yelling at you. He was screaming at you. He was pushing you. He was grabbing you. You went ahead and married him before. Sis, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. Okay? So my problem with a lot of my sisters is you marry these men who you know is not it and expect them to change and then get mad and frustrated in the marriage because they didn't become what you thought. You could Molly the potter them. You could mold. I'm going to mold him, child. Girl, I'm going to fix him up. Unless he's your son, you can't fix him. Leave him alone. Okay? Christian marriage, she said he doesn't want to try any counseling. He don't want to try counseling. Lord have mercy. It won't help, so she's dreading it. She said he was so sweet in the beginning, but eventually he told her he hasn't been in love a whole year and a half, so he does not help with the kids, take care, get the electric, cut the grass, speak on her own, slips onto not knowing herself in the marriage. Oh, Lord Jesus, child. I don't know. There's no hope for her. If he don't want to go to counseling, excuse me, that would have been my only advice is counseling. But if he doesn't want to go, what you going to do? Okay? If he doesn't want to go to counseling, that was a part of my plan for my marriage. Continual counseling. My husband and I, we still go to counseling. We go sit and talk to our marriage counselor, a man, an older African-American man I got 3-4 times a year. Doesn't mean anything is wrong. It's just having that dialogue, having an open door where if something is wrong, something is bothering me or him, I can call him, I can text him, Mike can call, Mike can text. One of the things, we had a situation in our second year of marriage. I was about an out. I was talking to him about. I talked to him about 2 or 3 times. Nothing happened. I called the counselor. Okay, and let the counselor deal with it. Because you don't want to be a nag. I did not want to waste time. He did not need to marry me, but that needed to be the goal. Right. Let me see if I can read better on here. Right, Kathy. Oh, come on. Where is this thing? Okay, here we go. No. Right. Okay, Kathy's asking a very personal question. You don't need to answer it. A few of my girlfriends have been born again. When did that happen for you and why? Okay, Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca, I'm missing some questions on because you're in married at first sight. Okay, Rebecca. So I was raised in the church. Right? But not because you're raised in the church mean you're born again. A lot of people mistake that because you grew up in the church, you're born again. No. Even if we grew up in the church, we still have to make a decision for Christ. My daughter, she accepted Jesus Christ in her life at 4. I was 10 years old. I remember Pastor Casanova. It was a revival. It was harvest. And Pastor made an altar call. And I went to the altar and I cried and Pastor prayed over me. Let me tell y'all a little secret. I used to cuss like a sailor when I was a little girl. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all that story one day. I used to cuss a lot. I was a little girl. I'll tell y'all that story maybe tomorrow. But when I got up, that was gone. I knew I was saved. I knew. And since that day, I'm not saying I haven't slipped up, but that day. So Rebecca, so that happened for me at 10, and then I moved to live with my dad at 12, and then I kind of drifted away. That's how I ended up getting pregnant. I'm gonna tell y'all that story one day. Okay, but then when I met my spiritual father, Bishop Bradshaw, I came back. We call it rededicate your life to Christ, and I've been on the path ever since. Okay, Rebecca, did that answer your question? Hopefully that answered your question. Red flags. Okay, let me go here. Did not want to waste time. No, Kathy, don't waste no time. We ain't got time for that. Especially when we in our 30s. We ain't got time. Because remember, my body. No, I ran track when I was a young girl. So my body, I kept up. You know, I kept my weight on track. My weight's been the same for years. But when I turned about 40 years old, I'm 41 now. My body changed. It's like I woke up one morning and my body, it changed. So remember, ladies, guys like what they see. Okay? So you need to get in while you're still young. And everything is still up there. I'm not saying if you're older, you can't get somebody. My supervisors are Maria, honey. She a sexy little thing, okay? She is like a firecracker. Girl looks good, okay? I'm not saying because you're older. I'm just saying the sooner you get the husband, the better, okay? Okay, I'm scared to death. Men can easily scare. I would have brought it up after I'm getting good vibes, hopefully by 4th or 5th day. Okay, I miss y'all. What y'all talking about? The cereal did. Get to 10 days. Okay, Nicole, what you talking about? I missed that one. They get red flags and choose to ignore. Oh, yes, the red flags. They dump you quick when you start gathering data. That's what I wanted. Yes, let them dump you. It's okay. It's fine. Remember, you have a goal. 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 Okay? If he's not it, that's okay. Goodbye. That's it. That's okay. Let him dump you. Goodbye. And you're not in a relationship anyways. You're just not the one. Okay. Counterfeits talked about that. Okay. Did I get everybody else's question? Remember, guys, to share this live, and remember my little YouTube channel. I'm going to download these videos to YouTube so I can get some more views. Let me share my channel so you guys could share it. I just have one little video up there talking about Polly the Potter. Remember, guys, all these friends you have, you don't need all these friends. Get rid of them. I'm talking about guys you've gone out with and they say we can be friends. Are you still live? Yes. Yes, Rebecca. I'm still live, Rebecca. I'm talking about somebody else. Was that Christina? Was that you? Somebody says somebody said he said we could be friends. Nope. Goodbye. And another thing, let me touch on really quick. Stop getting in these situationships. Remember, marriage is your goal. Wasting 5 and 6 years waiting for a man to make a decision about you. My husband knew in 2 or 3 months. He said he knew. He knew. He was like, oh, I knew. He told me he loved me at 3 months. And you know what I said? I said, oh, thank you. I told him thank you. Because I wasn't finished gathering my data. Stop getting situationships. Okay? Okay? I remember I was still going out. Not because you meet one guy. Big mistake we make. We meet a guy and we bullseye. He's it. You don't know anything about him. You don't know if you want to get married. You don't know if he's a criminal. You don't know if he's a rapist. You don't know if he has a job. You don't know if he have 10 kids and 15 baby mamas. But you put all your hopes and dreams in his little basket that's full of holes, and all your hopes and dreams is falling out. Don't do that. If you meet a guy, gather data. Get the information. I was still going out with him, and I was still gathering data on other guy. I remember one Friday night he wanted to go out. I was like, sorry, I have plans. The next Saturday he called me. And he said, tell me something. Tell me what you want. I don't remember what I told him, but I remember him writing it down, and he went over the things I said. It could have been my list. I don't remember. I really don't remember. But I remember telling him I want a man that's crazy about me. And he said, well, not psycho crazy, right? I was like, no, somebody that really loves me, care for me, that's going to provide for me and protect me. He said, you need somebody that's committed to you. I said, yes, I need somebody that's committed. He said, I can do that. So he knew I was going out with other guys. So he tightened up. He was like, I need to speak to your father. He asked to speak to the bishop. And Bishop loved him. Bishop loved him. I always tell Pastor, the man you and I agree on is the one we're going to marry. Because I would not marry without my father's blessings and his permission. If he said that was not it, I would have left Michael. I would have passed him up, because I think it's so important to have your father's blessings, because if anything happened, you know who I'm going to call? My daddy. And my father told him, if you ever decide you're going to abuse or cheat on her, you don't want her, call me and I'll come pick her and Alexia up. That's what he told him. He also told him, Janice has a calling on her life, so you need to give her space and time to write and do whatever God has called her to do. And when he gave me away to him on our wedding day, he leaned over. He said, I have a 1969 shotgun and I will use it. The pastor repeated it. He said, oh, Lord, did y'all hear what the father said to the husband? He said he got a 1969 shotgun and he'll use it. So you need, ladies, a father figure. If your father is not here, God rest his soul. If your father is not a man of honor, you need to find somebody, maybe your pastor, an uncle, a good co-worker, somebody that's not trying to get in your drawers, okay? If it's somebody trying to get in your drawers, that's not somebody who is a father figure. That's not somebody that really loves you and honor you and want the best for you, okay? Rebecca, okay, you are so right. My husband knew a few weeks in. We waited, but 20 years later, we're so... Yeah, my husband, he knew. And I asked him today, maybe talk about how they can step into respectful internet meets as well to know. Yes, I'm going to talk about that another time because it's kind of late. It's 10:13. I'll probably talk about that tomorrow. What was I going to say? Oh, so today I asked, when he picked me up, I asked him, I said, so Michael, what was it about me? He was like, you was real. You was real. And I shook my head. I said, you know what? You're right. Because I'm real. I don't fake. I can't stand fake people. I don't try to be fake. I don't try to pretend. I am real as night and day. What you see is what you get. You ask me the question, I'm going to tell you. Okay? And when I was dating and courting, I know how to be real nice and pretty and feminine and soft, but I wasn't going to be fake and all that. I wasn't going to do it. My daddy loves my husband maybe more than me. Yeah, my father loved Michael. And Michael loves him. When Michael go out of town, he buy him little stuff. I got something here he bought for me to give him. It says Bishop on it. He went away 2 weeks ago. He bought him something. I got to give it to him. Okay. So, all this information I'm giving you guys, use it, use it, use it. Stop getting in these relationships. The goal is marriage. If you meet a man that say marriage is a piece of paper, stop, drop, move. Okay? Marriage is just a piece of paper. Don't argue with him. Say, oh, tell me more. Interesting. See, he trying to get you to come out of what you believe and what you want and come into his world. No, no, no. Just smile and say, really? That's interesting. Uh-huh. Tell me more. Stop wasting time, y'all. Stop. Just stop. Just don't do it no more. You're wasting time and you're wasting life and you're not getting any younger. We all getting older. So, get rid of all the friends, all these guys you go out with that just want to be friends. You break up with somebody and he said we could be friends. Nope. Cut him off, block him, delete him. Act like you don't know him. No more. Okay, when I'm getting my person, say, sweetie, check, please. Oh, one of the questions you need to ask, ladies. Let me give you this thing. When you're dating, I shared this the other day, is, you know, and of course, this is not the first date. Probably not, unless it comes up. And you say, so, what would happen if you lose your job? Okay, I'm putting my YouTube here, guys. Please share. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please tell somebody about it. If he says unemployment, right? If he says unemployment, grab your purse, right? Give the church finger, and walk out, right? If he says, well, you got us, right? Grab your purse and run. Okay? Don't stop. Run. Run for the hills. Okay? Okay, prepared man is what we need. Okay? That means he's already thinking. He's already thinking, what if I lose my job? What's the plan? What we gonna do? Am I saving up money? You know, I don't want to stress my wife out. Wives, we're not supposed to be stressing about how we're going to pay rent, how we're going to put food on the table. That is not our responsibility, okay? That's his responsibility. And so femininely say, have a blessed night, right? Marriage is just a piece of paper, haha, so is money, but he ain't. Exactly. Yup, Ella, She love doing this. I'm going to do a whole series on that. I would just grab the purse, church hug, church walk, say, excuse me. Say, excuse me. If he say, well, you got us, right? Zing! Remember that cartoon? What was that cartoon? Oh, my Lord. This was years ago. I was a little girl. Remember the cartoon when High Overseer Raymond Wyatt? Remember the cartoon? Was it Bugs Bunny? I don't remember. You know, I'm like 41 now. I'm 42 this year. But he would say, zing! That's what you do when you ask him. So if you lose your road runner, is that what it was? You ask him if he lose your job, what we gonna do? And he say, well, you got us, right? Man, run, okay? Run. Don't even stop to get in your car. Keep running. Oh, my Lord. Thank you, Overseer. Thank you so much. Speedy Gonzalez. I don't remember. It's one of them. He would say zing, and all you saw was dust. That's how you have to be, okay? Stop wasting time with men who want to waste your time, okay? They don't want to get married, okay? It's a run, don't collect $200 fast as you can. Yes, run. Hi, Ida. Okay, y'all have to run. Don't waste time. Don't waste your time. Somebody had asked me to read something from my book. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, and then we're going to go because it's late, and I have to be up early in the morning. Okay. I have my books. I have my books. You know, my other books is coming. My other book is coming out soon. So tomorrow, I'm just gonna try to focus on finalizing it. I have to write my blurb and all that stuff. Okay, so my first book, Praying for Our Children. It's not on Amazon. You could probably get it from a third person, but I'm gonna do a reprint on that. Run past the car, turn around, and get back to the car. Road Runner. Thank you, Overseer. That's what that's what it was. Road Runner. Beep beep. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Overseer. That's the one. Beep beep. I don't know if does that still come on. One of my other book is In Christ I Am. Ladies, I'm going to teach on this one day, okay? Knowing our identity in Christ. We are princesses. Princesses. We are the king's daughter. So that's my daughter on the cover. Yeah. And she is a drummer. She plays the drums. This is on Amazon. Okay, it's 3. It's a series of 3 books. And then my latest baby is The Naked Wife. Yeah, lots of naked wives in the church. Choose wisely, ladies, because if you don't choose wisely, you will become the naked wife. Okay? Okay, let me read the back. I don't think I ever read the back. Do you know that the title husband is a calling? Yes, husbands are called, anointed, destined, and appointed by God to profess their love, provide for, and protect their wives. A husband is to love his wife like Christ loves the church. How did Christ love the church? Christ loves the church so much that he died for her. So what happened when a husband does not fulfill his God-ordained destiny of a husband to his wife? It causes his wife to be naked. The Naked Wife is a revolutionary book where Christian author and blogger Janice Hilton, you know you have to talk in the third person, Janice Hilton Thompson interviewed over 200 wives and ex-wives to provide a platform where they told their stories. These over 200 wives included women from various socioeconomical, financial, and religious backgrounds. Compiled over a period of 6 years. It took me 6 years to do this book. The Naked Wife is a glimpse into the terrible circumstances that many married women find themselves in and the unsettling future that awaits our daughters if we fail to set things right. Okay? For those of us who have daughters, we have to make the correction now. We don't want our daughters to make the same decisions. Tomorrow I'm going to tell you how I left a church because once the little girls got 16, 17, they all started getting pregnant and I didn't want that for Lexi. Some people was mad, but that's what I needed to do to protect my baby. The baby I had when I was 16. So you think I have her at 16 and then all the little girls at 16 in church started having baby and I'm going to stay there? No way. Kiana's on Amazon. Thank you, babe. The Naked Wife is an eye-opener, a stay-up all-night read and inspiring Christian book. It gives you insight into marital situations and experiences that many wives across the globe go through and the ruthless and inconceivable circumstances that many women have found themselves to be subjected to. What if it doesn't have to be? What if there was a way out? There is a way out. I need it. I gave my copy to granddaughter. Oh, Kathy, you can order another one. It's on sale. What if there's a way out? It don't have to be that way because there's a way out because we're going to begin to choose better. Okay? Choose better husbands or stay by yourself. Read The Naked Wife, your voice. Read The Naked Wife and find out your voice, her voice, my voice, one voice, our voice. Okay? And then my other book is How to Gather Data on the Guys We Meet. So let me read something from The Naked Wife and then we're going to go because I know it's late. I don't know. Anybody have a favorite you want me to read? We're not going to read Barbie doll again. We read that one every night. Oh, let me read the one about the cheap man. Do not marry a cheap man. Okay? Don't. If he's cheap, your life will be a living hell. Don't marry a cheap man. I will if you, I have quite few granddaughters. No, pick what God wants. Okay, Merry Christmas. Nope, that's not the one. Yes, put on your heart. Christmas. Something about Christmas. Is that the one about the training bra? Training bra, I think it's called. Let's see, training bra. Stop. Ladies, get it in your head. You can't change him unless he's a baby, okay? My son is 4. Sometimes he sleeps in a pull-up, sometimes he don't. The only man you're supposed to be changing is the one that's in a diaper. Girl. If he's not in a diaper, you can't change him. He is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Training bra. Training bra. Training bra. 1, 2, the grip of fear for the sake. Merry Christmas. Fatty, domestic, champagne. Destroyed or family change. Acceptance. Change for me. Oh, Lord. Nurse purse, build a man, children, that was my clock, afraid and insecure, knows I stay for the kids, no hit my kid, live inside, give my children, else I die, infertility, why I stay, the truth with nigga babies, mixed babies, communication, person not for no conflicts, I was married, double mind, perfect, tomorrow never comes, good name, strangers, day I stopped loving him, cause of my marriage, opposite tried, dear husband, trapped by the trapper tantrum, grow to love him, deception, lies, and sex, is celibate, why traveling, Viagra, why me, that's my sister, 2 of everything, still not pregnant, decision, resolution, peace. Where is step of faith? I don't love myself the best. Pick your bios. I just don't want to be bothered. I don't need to fix it. I don't love him anymore. Settling. Ooh, training bra. Potential disappointment. Wedding cake. Covering. Angry. I'm sorry for finances. White boy love men and money. Prenup. Bends in the wood. I don't believe in prenups. 2 fools occurs. Why did I get to get married? One thing drastic said providers. Blinders. Blinds and training bra. Here you go. 198. This is what happened when you marry a cheap man. Okay? And then we're going to go because it's late. And my baby did not text me. Why she didn't text me to tell me she got to her destination? Let me text her. Unless they didn't get there yet because they might be out eating. Hey, boo. How are you? Okay. 198. $198 or $178? $198. Did I say $198, y'all? Oh, yep, found it. Blinds and training bra. Okay, when you're married a cheap man. Okay, from my book, The Naked Wife. Thou shalt not marrieth a cheap man. Okay. All I wanted for Christmas was a training bra for my baby girl and some blinds. My husband was so cheap that cheapness should be declared a disease. He was so cheap that he would only put $5 of gas in the car, enough for me to go to the supermarket and come home. You know that's cheap. Cheap. Okay. I had to walk 12 blocks to drop the kids off and pick them up from school because he didn't want to waste money. Be it rain, snow, or sun, we had to walk. He didn't allow me to work, which made no sense. Why not allow me to work to bring in some extra cash? Extra money. Trying to be a submissive Christian wife. Here it is again. Submissive Christian wife. People don't know what that means. Trying to be a submissive Christian wife, I respected his decision. He was so cheap that we only had one TV and one cable box because he said it was a waste of money. I had to let the kids watch TV after school until he got home, because once he was home, he didn't share the TV with us. That is when the kids did their homework. I had to wake the kids up at 5 a.m. on the weekend so they can watch their cartoons until he decided to wake up, and then he hogged the TV all day. Thank God for my mom and my dad. One year they bought the kids one of those TVs with the VCR and CD player built in, plus about 50 different movies and cartoons. That was the best Christmas gift ever. He was upset and told them not to use up his electricity. Oh, God. You know that's cheap. My breaking point came when my little girl turned 9 and was asking for a cartoon training bra. 9. Now, you know, if you have little girls, 5, 6, they see you putting on a bra, they want a bra, okay? My little boy wanted a pair of light-up sneakers, and I wanted some blinds for the house for Christmas. He wouldn't give us any money because he said it was a waste, and we didn't need all of that. 6 months before, my aunt had died and willed her house and some money to me. Listen to this, y'all. She didn't have any children, and she had always treated me as her own, even though her brothers and sisters, my aunts and uncles, had tried to fight it. Once everything was cleared with the lawyer, he brought me a check for $20,000. I cried and shouted for joy. And then the kids came, and I told my daughter she could get her bra and my son his light-up sneakers. Meanwhile, he was sitting at the table like he had drank a bottle of lemon juice. Once the lawyer left, he took the check and said we needed to deposit it and that we needed to let it stay in the bank for a while to make sure everything was okay. Christmas is 3 weeks. Christmas is in 3 weeks, I yelled. He told us not to worry, that he would take care of it. The kids and I stayed up all night and talked and planned what we could do and buy. Days before Christmas, I asked for the money. Hi, Ginger. And he brushed it off. Later that day, listen, y'all. Later that day, he came home, and guess what he drove up in? A brand new truck. Where is the money I need to buy the kids stuff for Christmas? Oh, that's foolishness, he said. I burst out crying, screaming, and yelling. The kids came outside. The neighbors came out, and I was fighting him. Thank God my neighbor grabbed me because I had picked up a shovel to smash the truck. Oh, it was a big thing. My baby couldn't get a training bra for $9.99, but he used my $20,000 to buy a new truck. I thank God for my neighbor who's suggested that we should go down to the bank so they can put a stop payment on the truck and get my money back. It was just a big mess. But that day was my breaking point, and I knew I had to get away from that bastard. I called my parents and they came and got us. We left everything except what my parents had bought us. And the kids and I moved into the house my aunt left us. That man was so selfish. And I was more upset at myself that I had sat there for years and allowed him to treat the kids and me like that. I also blamed the church because they say for wives to submit to our husbands, and he has the final decision and that what he says go. Something is seriously wrong with that thinking. Okay. You see that? Don't marry a cheap man. You can't change him. You would have never check out my hand. That's right. That's right. That's Lexi texting me back. So, ladies, don't you marry a cheap man. Stop trying these men. Marrying these men thinking you're going to change them. You can't. Okay, thinking your kitty is better than everybody else's kitty. And you have the magic stuff. Okay, you got the magic touch. Can't change him. Marry the man in front of you. If he's cheap, that's who you're going to marry. Don't marry him and complain. Okay. Alrighty, all right, ladies. Please let me share my my YouTube again on my page. Please share it. Please subscribe if you have not. I'm going to try to upload all those videos. And I'm going to try to come on tomorrow. I'm not sure, though, because I have to finish this book. Y'all been waiting for it, and my formatter is waiting for it. So I need to get it done. I shared the YouTube on my page. Please go on my page. Please share. Please subscribe. Please invite your friends. If you anybody else, any of your friends on YouTube, ask them to subscribe. I'm going to upload all these videos, okay? And then we're going to go because I'm sleepy. Right. He wasn't cheap for himself. He bought himself whatever he wanted. He could have told me not to work. He couldn't have told me that unless it was something we both agreed on. Other than that, I like my own. Are you drink water out the glass? Yes. Okay, ladies, when you go out, you drink your water out of the glass, okay? Okay? And there's a way to hold the glass. I forgot. Michael told me how. You don't put the water when you are at your house. Hi, Tanea. Please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. At your house, it's just you. You put the bottle to your head. Okay? When you have guests, you get a glass. When you go out on your date, you get a glass. Do not put the bottle to your head. Okay? That's not ladylike. But sure, when I'm home, it's just I put the bottle. I'm gonna drink all of this before I go to bed. Drink lots of water. It's good for your skin. All right, thank you guys for jumping on with me. This is part 2, part 1. I don't know what happened, but listen to it. I hope I answered all of your questions. Any other questions? Leave it for me, and I will come back another time. I don't know about tomorrow because I need to sit down and finish this book. It's finished. I just need to one last look over, and I need to write my blurb. I was just thinking I should ask my editor to do it for me. Let me message her right now. Because she texted me the other day. She was like, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. What's up? What you doing? Where's the post? So, I don't know if tomorrow. I might just come on real quick. But we'll see. Yes. Yes. Okay, download this. Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions before I go? Anything else I can clear up for you guys? Did you guys like the change of scenery? I'm in my living room. Every room in my house is a different color. Color is good for you, for your life. It brings out different feelings and emotions. Okay, so I'm in my living room. I like sitting in here. I might sit in here more often when I do my videos because it's real comfy. All right, guys. Good night. I love you. Thanks for watching. Please remember to share. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube. Please share my YouTube. Okay, I'm going to try to get all these videos up there. I love you. Have a good day. Have a good night. I hope to talk to you guys tomorrow. You can leave on my page what you want me to talk about tomorrow if I decide to get on for an hour, take a break from my writing. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah. Love the color. Just dropped my phone on my chest, sleepy. Okay, good night. Good night. Good night, Shonda. Love you, girl.